Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we have to learn about noisy channel data link layer protocols. In last session, we have started with the protocols which are present in the data link layer. They are divided into the two partition. One is noiseless channel and another one is for noisy channel. Also in noiseless channel, there are two types, simplex and the stop and wait protocol, which we have already discussed in the last session. Now today we will start with the noisy channel, right? So in that noisy channel, we have again the two types, stop and wait ARQ and the sliding window ARQ. The sliding window ARQ is again divided into the two partition, go back N ARQ method and selective repeat ARQ method. Okay, so we will see how these all the types differs. So the first method is stop and wait ARQ. Now it works like the stop and wait noiseless channel, but we have to consider the major difference that we are going to consider the channel may contain a noise in the in between the transmission, right? So after transmitting one frame, the sender waits for an acknowledgement before transmitting the next frame. Okay, if the acknowledgement does not arrive after a certain period of time, the sender times out and retransmits the original frame, that is one frame at a time. But we are considering that noise may occur and sender needs to retransmit that particular transmitted frame, right? But one frame at a time is the main basic limitation in this stop and wait type method, right? So I will just explain with the diagram what this stop and wait ARQ means. Suppose this is a sender and this one is the receiver. Sender and receiver, right? Consider the sender has transmitted one packet, right? Packet 1. Once the receiver will get this packet, the receiver will transmit the acknowledgement, right? Receiver will transmit the acknowledgement for this first transmitted packet, received packet. Okay, after receiving this acknowledgement, sender is going to transmit the second packet, and sender has to wait till it will get the acknowledgement for the sent frame or the packet. Consider in between this transmission there is a noise, and because of that this second packet has not reached to the receiver. Okay, so in that case receiver will not get any frame and receiver is not going to transmit any acknowledgement for this particular frame. So meanwhile a timer will be working at sender side. Whenever the frame will be transmitted from the sender side, a timer from the sender side will start. So after some random amount of time, if the receiver will not send the acknowledgement and the sender will not receive the acknowledgement, then this timer will go off. After this timer will go off, sender will get to know that there might be an error in between the transmission, so I have to retransmit this particular frame. So then again this frame will be retransmitted. So once this frame will be received by receiver, then only receiver is going to transmit the acknowledgement, right? So this is called as stop and wait ARQ. Where we are considering the noise may occur in between the transmission and sender needs to retransmit the frame. But remember one thing, there are some limitations, right? If we see this overall scenario in this stop and wait ARQ, we have some limitations. Major limitation is that one frame at a time, right? We can transmit one frame at a time, right? And because of this, poor utilization of the bandwidth will occur, right? Poor utilization of bandwidth. Why poor utilization of bandwidth? Suppose in between this both the sender and the receiver, whatever the bandwidth we have, if it has a capacity of 500 frames per time, okay, every time if this channel can transmit the 500 frames, but because of the nature of this stop and wait ARQ, that one frame at a time, only we are sending one frame at a time, so there will be a poor utilization of the bandwidth, and because of this poor utilization of the bandwidth, we will face the poor performance. We will face the poor performance. Correct? If bandwidth is not fully utilized, it leads to poor performance. Right? Now, to overcome this issue, to overcome with these limitations, we have a second method, that is sliding window method. Right? Sliding window method. Now, in this sliding window method, we can transmit multiple frames at a time. Multiple frames at a time. Okay, but how many frames we can transmit at the same time? That will be depend upon the window size which will be available at sender side. Okay, the number of frames to be sent is based upon the parameter which is called as window size. A sender and receiver both will have a particular window size. A fixed window size window will be available at both the sides. Okay, and each frame, whatever the frame sender is sending, that each frame will have a sequence number. That is the main very important parameter, sequence number. Okay, now let us see how this will work. How this window size or the window is going to work. Okay, that we will see by example. Now consider, here is a sender. Let me sender, and we have receiver. Okay, now consider sender has few frames to transmit to the this particular receiver. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So consider total 7 packets or the frames are available at the sender, which are totally ready to transmit. Okay, sender needs to transmit it to the receiver. Now here the window size available is here is, consider 3. Okay, now sender will start transmitting the frame. So the first frame will be transmitted. Okay, now as I said, before receiving the acknowledgement for this first, sender can transmit the frames according to the window size. Now here we have the window size 3. That means before receiving the acknowledgement for the very first frame, sender can transmit up to this 3 frame. Total 3 frames can be transmitted, right? So according to the window size, so the current window will range up to this 1, 2 and 3. So the frame will be transmitted second, the third will be transmitted. Fine. So once this first frame will be transmitted and it will be received by the receiver is going to transmit the acknowledgement for the very first frame. Once the acknowledgement will be received by the sender, this window is going to shift to the left. Okay, so now this window will be consisting total 3 frames, and the frame is 2, 3, 4, from which second and the third has been transmitted. In the window size we have the new frame, that is 4. Now after receiving the acknowledgement for the very first frame, sender can transmit the next frame, that is the 4th frame. Now consider, meanwhile receiver has received the second frame. Now he will transmit the acknowledgement for the second frame. Now again the window is going to shift to the left. Now window will have the frame 3, 4 and 5, from which third and fourth has been transmitted. The fifth one is remaining. So sender is going to transmit the 5th frame to the sender. Okay. So this is what the window size concept is, sliding window concept is. We are going to slide this window at sender side whenever the frame will be transmitted, and once the acknowledgement for the very first frame from that window will receive, then only the window will be shifting to the left and the new frame will be transmitted. Okay, so if we consider this one, now the window is 3, 4, 5. The window is available through 3, 4, 5, right? So this 1 and 2, this 1 and 2 frame status is frame sent and acknowledged. Frame sent and acknowledged. Okay. Now the status of this 3, 4 and 5 frame is frame sent and not yet acknowledged. Not yet acknowledged. If we consider the remaining 2 frames, 6 and 7, the status of this frame is yet to be sent. Clear? So this is what the sliding window concept is. Sliding window protocol. Now we will see the first method from this sliding window, that is go back n. Go back n method. Now from here, this n belongs to the size of the window. N belongs to size of the window. Whatever the value for this n is given in the example or in the statement, we have to consider the window size. Okay. Now let us see one example. We will see what is the difference between go back n and the selective repeat, sender and receiver. We have sender and receiver. Suppose sender consists of few frames 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Total 6 frames sender have. Now sender is going to on window size here we will consider 3. Okay, window size will be 3. Fine. So sender will start transmitting. First frame will be transmitted according to the window size. Sender can transmit up to 3. So this will be the window here available 1, 2, 3. So sender can transmit second frame also. Sender can transmit third frame also. Okay. Now consider receiver has received the first one. Now receiver is going to transmit the acknowledgement for the very first received frame. Once the first frame will be received, acknowledgement for the first frame will be received, the window is going to shift to the left, right? Now window will move towards the left side. Now window consists of how many frames? Which frames? 2, 3 and 4. So 4 is the new one. Sender is going to transmit the fourth frame. Fine. Now second frame, consider in between this transmission there is noise will occur in between the transmission, and this second frame by somehow will not receive to the receiver. Okay, this will not receive to the receiver. Consider this one. Okay. Now receiver, if receiver will not receive this second one, but after, because of this window size, sender has transmitted this third one and receiver is also received this third one. Okay, but receiver is expecting the second frame according to the sequence number, right? Receiver is expecting the second one, but he has not received the second one, so it will not keep this third frame. Okay, it will not keep this third frame, it will just drop out because he is expecting the second frame here which is not received. So meanwhile the timer is already activated at the sender side. So after some time the timer will go off. The timer will go off, right? Timer will be off. Once the timer will go off, sender is going to retransmit the second frame. That was the main concept in our stop and wait ARQ also, right? But with this go back n, if the timer will go off, what sender is going to do? He will check, it will check the window, current window. Now current window consists of which frames? 2, 3 and 4. We were waiting for the acknowledgement for the second one, but it has not been received during this time, right? So now sender is going to retransmit all the frames which are present in the current window. Second, third and fourth. We know that third and fourth has been already transmitted, which has been received by the receiver, but according to the go back n method, sender is going to retransmit all the frames which are available in the current window. So in that way, second, third and the fourth will be retransmitted. And here at receiver side, receiver is expecting the second sequence number, so he will not accept this third and fourth which has been received previously. So once the receiver will get this second one, it will receive this frame and it will send the acknowledgement for the second one. Okay. Once the acknowledgement will be received, again what will happen? This window will shift to the left side. Now window will have the next frame 3, 4 and 5, right, from which the fifth can be transmitted now. Okay. Now consider the third acknowledgement will be received. The third has been received by the receiver, so acknowledgement for the third will be received by receiver. Once the third will be received, window is going to shift to the left. So now the window consists of 4, 5 and 6th frame, right? So now sender is going to transmit the 6th frame. Meanwhile, receiver has received the 4th frame also. He has sent the acknowledgement. Now here again window is going to shift to the left. We don't have any frame available here, so now window will be present to 5th and 6th only. Consider 5th has been received, so receiver will transmit the acknowledgement. Consider 6th has been received, so receiver will transmit the acknowledgement, and accordingly the window will move to the left. Okay, in this way, in go back n, all the frames will be transmitted, and by any chance if the acknowledgement for the particular frame will not receive by the receiver or by the sender, then whatever the frames available in the current window will be retransmitted. That is the main concept behind this go back n sliding window protocol. I hope this is clear to you. Stop and wait ARQ and go back n ARQ method. In the next video we will see one example on go back n, and then we will talk about selective repeat ARQ. Thank you.